I'm Mariette from Prime Coffee, and I would like to offer you tips on how to buy freshly roasted coffee beans. How to buy roasted coffee beans requires an understanding of the coffee roasting process and the elements that are detrimental to the shelf life of coffee beans. Tip number 1. Buy your coffee beans in one-way valve coffee bags. The roasting process causes the coffee beans to release carbon dioxide for several days after roasting. The one-way valve coffee bag enables the coffee roaster to pack the coffee beans immediately after roasting. The coffee beans can degas inside the bag because the one-way valve lets the carbon dioxide escape without letting air and moisture in. On the other hand, the coffee beans degas before being packed in vacuum-sealed coffee bags. So for a few days, the coffee beans are exposed to air, light, and moisture. Vacuum packaging is used by coffee suppliers who sell long shelf-life coffee. The brick-look coffee packs are easily stackable to be transported globally and stored for many months. Contrary to common belief, fresh is not synonym with vacuum-packed coffee bags. The quality of the coffee bags is also very important. Thin paper bags, clear plastic bags, and window coffee bags will shorten the shelf life of your coffee beans. For freshly roasted and packed coffee beans, look for thick-lined coffee bags with a button-like one-way valve at the top of the bag. Keep away from brick-like and poor-quality coffee bags. Tip number 2. Buy coffee beans that are locally roasted. Green beans can be stored for months, but once roasted, the coffee oils that give the distinct coffee flavors are brought to the surface and fast become rancid. Travel time from overseas destination in large cargoes and warehousing shorten the best before date of your coffee beans, so avoid imported roasted coffee beans. Let's be honest, Italian coffee is best drank in Italy. By the time it has reached our shelves, it's usually stale before you buy it. Buy coffee beans directly from your local roaster. Tip number 3. Buy coffee beans whole, not ground. Experts in the coffee industry believe that whole coffee beans are at their peak for only 3 to 4 weeks. But once ground, coffee beans will only keep fresh for a few days because more coffee surface is exposed to air. So, buy whole coffee beans and grind just before making your coffee. Tip number 4. Buy in quantity that you will consume within 3 weeks. Bulk buying can be false economy if you have to drink stale coffee. With a kilo of coffee beans, you can make 111 to 142 single shots of espresso, depending if you use 7 or 9 grams of coffee per shot. So for the sake of a few dollars per kilo or a few cents per cup, you could be denying yourself the pleasure of many well-deserved flavorsome cups of coffee. Don't buy coffee by the carton if you can't drink it all within a month. Life is really too short to drink stale coffee. Tip number 5. Choose carefully your coffee supplier. Buying coffee beans from open sacks or tubs looks like a good first-hand bulk purchasing opportunity. But in these cases, the coffee is exposed to light, heat, air, moisture, and you have no idea how long since the coffee beans have been roasted. Fresh roasted coffee beans in gourmet shops or convenience stores do not always sell quickly. The fancy coffee beans could be stale before you buy them. Assess how often the coffee shelves are replenished, and if possible, check the use-by date on coffee bags. Long expiry date should ring alarm bells. Here's an extra tip. Buy coffee. It may sound funny, but many businesses and individuals buy bonuses rather than buying coffee. They fall for buy 8 kilos of coffee and get 1 free coffee machine service worth $120. But the reality is, for the free service worth a few dollars, a bit of descaler and 1 cleaning tablet, the coffee buyers are stuck with stale imported coffee that can take months to drink. If the offer is too good to be true, it probably is. Fall for excellent coffee, not bonuses. Let's recap. Fresh is best. Buy your freshly roasted and packed coffee beans, whole, in one-way valve coffee bags, from your local coffee roaster, and in quantity that you'll consume within 3 to 4 weeks. And taste the difference. For more reviews and articles, go to primecoffee.com.au.